we can do a lot better than that, Virginia. Good evening! Say cheese. Take the seat back. That's right. Take it back. Take it back. It is such a huge honor for me to be here with Patriots. Let me tell you something. A couple of days ago, I was trying to think about, what am I going to say? And I went down to the beach in front of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay for a nice workout on the sand. And I sat there and thought, and I looked up, and I saw this familiar flag that was flying, stuck on a piling out in the water. And then I heard a military helicopter fly by. I could hear gunshots at Little Creek Amphibious Base range. I saw a Navy ship leaving out to sea, and I saw a Coast Guard cutter coming in. Damn, I love the smell of America in the morning. We are here tonight to send a message. And we're going to be really loud about our message. We have lying liberals like Elaine Luria who they faked into a moderate 2 years ago. But you know, after 2 years of voting with Nancy Pelosi 90% of the time, you know, after her voting to go against law enforcement, you know, with her voting to spend $5 million of our taxpayer dollars for her personal expenses and campaign funds to run those nasty attack ads, you know she's not who she said she was. And this is what they've done across the country. But we're going to take it back. We know that Elaine Luria and Nancy Pelosi and the rest of the elected Democrats were silent when our businesses were burning. We're silent when there was lawlessness in the streets. We're silent when that American flag was ordered to be taken down off the Capitol grounds one day before Independence Day because it was a target for protesters. Now, throughout our American history, people have literally died holding up that American flag, and it's something that I would proudly do again. I will always stand for our flag. USA! We reject the calls to defund the police. We reject Elaine Luria and Biden's calls to raise our taxes. We reject the lawlessness in our cities because we understand that without law and order, you can't have justice, you can't have equality. But I submit to you, Patriots, it's not enough for us just to reject. I want my son Sterling. I want my mama. I want all of you to know that I stand for something, and so do you. We stand for our Second Amendment rights because we know in America, if our government isn't protecting people and properties and business, that we have the God-given right to the Second Amendment to protect ourselves. And it's not for the best case scenario, it's for the worst case scenario. It's for those single mothers who might live in violence-prone areas, who are watching Ralph Northam and the Democrats not protect their families and their people. And then they're watching cities like Richmond and Norfolk trying to do it to ban guns in public places during protests. We stand for law enforcement. We stand for those men and women in uniform who are black and brown and gay and straight and Republican and Democrats because they put their lives on the line for us. And we stand with President Trump. Now, I know the president, in the elite's mind, in many of the media's mind, in Hollywood's mind, he's not what a president looks like or says or is supposed to be, but he's exactly what we want. I've been with the president receiving a dignified transfer of the body of my brother Ryan Owens in Dover Air Force Base. I've watched him stand up to China. I don't have any confidence that the Democrats will stand up to China. Hell, Elaine Luria has got hundreds of thousands of dollars of personal money invested in Chinese companies. She's not standing up to China. I stood with this president. I stood there in Jerusalem. I was there at the U.S. Embassy opening because that's our policy in the Holy Land. That's where that embassy goes. And you know what the Jerusalem Post said? The front page of the paper said this: promises made, promises kept. And I'll leave you with this with the president. I want you to think about really quickly. I want you to think about throughout history what presidents we revere of both parties. Name some. Reagan, Lincoln, JFK, TDR, FDR. All these presidents, everyone I just named, that we revere throughout history, every single one of them, in their time, were highly controversial. Hell, a lot of them got shot. But every single one of them led this country through a transformative time to a more positive path in our nation's history, and so will Donald J. Trump. So I submit to you 4 more years, 4 more years, 4 more years. In a couple of weeks, a few weeks, we got some choosing to do. We got to choose freedom over socialism. We've got to choose law and order over lawlessness. We got to choose making sure our families, our property, their businesses are protected. We're not choosing vandalism and violence in the streets, and we will choose Donald J. Trump for 4 more years. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless these United States.